misses it.
Got the shot.
Gotta release it now. Just off the mark, but Chaminade once again. Don Doucette with a terrific coaching job. Tom Izzo has his first victory as the head coach of Michigan State.
I've really been here since '84, other than a 6-week stint in Tulsa. And what I think motivated me is I loved what I was doing. I loved where I was at. And I really appreciated the guy I worked for. I think he was a guy that was a student of the game, and that's what I think I became.
I wanted to be on the road a lot, probably not quite as much as I've been, but I've been on the road a lot, and I've met hundreds of people that hopefully in my profession will be able to help me in the future.
A couple things I learned from Judd is he never made me do anything that he wouldn't do himself. He gave me the famous lines that, remember, as mad as you get at people, everybody's got a job to do, everybody's got a boss to please. And I've kind of used that for my 25 years as head coach. And for the most part, it served me well.
Be strong with the ball, slow down. All right, we just got off to the worst start in the history of basketball. And you deserved it because we did not play hard enough.
Everybody's got a different opinion on what a good coach is. Is he good X's and O's? Is he a good recruiter? Is he good dealing with the outside worlds and the fundraising and all that of a university? I think a good coach is a guy that spends a lot of time at his craft. And a lot of time at his craft means you do have to do all those things. You're kind of a guy that wears a lot of hats. But sometimes what I think I've been able to hold on to here that a lot of people kind of put by the wayside as they get better is spending time with your players. And if I looked at what I would want out of a parent for a coach, it'd be somebody that spent time with the players and had time for the players. And I think that's one thing myself and my staff have excelled in.
I love Coach, and he's done so much for me. It helped me so much. And I know he's got my back, and I got his back for the rest of our life.
We expect Elijah Collins, the young redshirt freshman who looked good in a few carries last week against Tulsa, to open at running back.
They're trying to find that guy that Mark Antonio likes, a 200-plus carry a year kind of guy like they've had in the past with Jeremy Langford, Lev Bell, and even Javon Ringer back in the past.
Hand off to Elijah, up the middle, a burst, on his feet. He's in midfield, angles to his right at the 40. He's at the 30, he's at the 20.
Collins, passing outside, into the end zone. There goes Collins, Edge touchdown.
Hand off to Elijah Collins, off left guard, broke a tackle, gets to the goal line, he's into the end zone.
Now this young man had 192 last week, the most by a starting Michigan State running back, and second most by a Michigan State freshman all time.
Gotta get a wrap. Eyes out your head. Your eyes out. Get him, Slade. Ready, set. Come on, man.
I redshirted my first year, and I was most of the year I was on the scout team. You could take it as a positive or a negative. You could either sit there and feel sorry for yourself. Oh, I'm not playing, so what's the point? I'm just here. For me, I was like, this is a year I can get better, I can get stronger, I can get bigger, I can get faster. And every day, being on the scout team, I'm playing against the best defense in the country, so I'm gonna try to give them my all. And if I can make them miss or get a couple yards against them, I can potentially do well against other teams and other opponents.
As with a lot of the freshmen, what hampers them a little bit is mentally trying to learn and know what to do, and really they don't play fast early on. And then there's that moment, you always either see in a practice or a run or carry in the running back situation. In Elijah's situation, you just saw him take off on one run and you're like, this guy has a really gifted skill set as a running back. We remember Elijah early in high school and his athletic ability you heard about, on the basketball court, and we had opportunities seeing him his junior year and kind of following his success.
He was just a freak athlete, faster than everybody, stronger than a lot of people. He always checked the other team's best player, you know, did a really good job. My parents told him that, my dad definitely told him a while ago he should play football, you know, not instead of basketball, but just play football also. And I think he ended up doing that. But he was a freak athlete, very competitive, helped us win a lot of games. You know, he won a state championship with us too.
I've been playing like football and basketball since I can remember almost. I started playing basketball in kindergarten because my dad was he loved basketball. He's a basketball guru. Basketball was like my first love because it was the first sport I ever was introduced to, and I took that very deeply because my whole family played basketball. For high school, like I went to U of D, and it was like my brother had went to U of D, and at that time we were predominantly basketball like school. Basketball was kind of like the main focus for me after my freshman year, because I had decided to actually not play football my sophomore year. That year we actually went into this and won the state title, because like we had put a lot into it, because our freshman year we actually went to the Final Four and lost, and it was probably the most devastating thing I've ever been a part of. But for me, I kind of had a feeling in the back of my mind, like I want to go back and play football. I knew that football was kind of like calling me back, because I kind of missed it. And when I did, I mean, it was just like love at first sight again.
I remember when he first started getting offers from schools in football, he started scoring touchdowns, things like that. He was just happy for him that he got that success, able to put his name on the map. Just credit to who he is as a person, how hard he works and things like that. I was just proud of him to get to this stage, get this opportunity. And, you know, every time an opportunity opens up for him, he takes advantage of it, and I love to see it.
Elijah Collins, redshirt freshman from U of D Jesuit, the same school that gave MSU basketball Cassius Winston, is on at running back. Handoff to Collins, runs to his right, and he's out over the 30 to the 34-yard line. Showing some quickness there as he picked up 7.
Elijah has the physical skill set, power and acceleration and strength, and really through spring you could see him in that competition that we had with a couple other running backs, and sort of emerged toward the top. In the first game you saw a couple carries and you're like, we need to see this guy go.
He reads the handoff, and there it goes. It's touchdown. Flag down.
That first game I got the ball, I just took off and just was gone. And then I actually broke through and scored my first touchdown against Tulsa, but they eventually called it back. So I was a little heartbroken, but I was okay with it, because I just had a feeling that I had to go get in and get another one, no matter at what cost or what it took. Like, take every play and make something of it. Like, don't sit back and like, oh, I wish I can get that back. No, take every play and like take it very personal. So I learned from Lorenzo why he said take it personal. I mean, he was an absolute monster here. One year he had about like 2,000 yards, and he said he took every snap, every run he had, he took it personal. He ran with a purpose every single time. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to like do everything as close to perfect as I can, because you can't always be perfect, but the closer you get to it, I think the better your team is.
Elijah's just tapped the very beginning of his career, and you see what's coming, and so excited for his future and what he can bring as he just grows as a player. You're seeing him emerge and grow as a leader in that position room and offensively, and he has sort of a quiet soul, a humble spirit about himself, and you see that emerge knowing that he's the guy in that room, and so you see it sort of evolve in the huddle and with the other offensive guys.
It's amazing, just, both of us from out of U of D, school that's probably not even known for its sports like that in a way. And, he made it out there, I made it out there, and able to do some big things on a high major level. So just credit to his work ethic again, the type of kid he is, type of person he is, and probably pretty sure this is just the beginning for Elijah Collins.
Being a starting running back is kind of like a dream come true, and I didn't think it would happen so fast, but it did. And with that being said, I'm just going to take it and just run with it. I'm not going to slow down for anything or anybody. I'm going from the back of the room to the front of the room, and like being the leader now, I mean, it's a lot to take in, but at the same time, I'm cool with that. I've been a leader before. I just got to step up and be a good leader for my brothers.
The hardest part of coaching is to coach toughness. If you don't have it, It's not like you get it by just reading a book. You usually got to persevere through something, whether it be the physical part of lifting weights, being physical in practice, the mental part of dealing with losses, dealing with failures. Some of those things, the only way you get to them is to go through them. I don't think many people want to pay the price to go through them anymore.
Defense still wins championships at every level and every sport. Number two, the toughest players usually win, unless you have incredible skill. So when you think it's enough, it's not.
We've been said to be a football team on hardwood. We've gotten a lot of, I think they're compliments. I'm just sometimes not sure. But I don't think it matters if you're in the media business, the business, the athletic business, the academic business. I don't think it matters. Toughness is something you got to have. And toughness is always portrayed as the boxer who knocks somebody down or the football player who tackles somebody. There's physical toughness and there's mental toughness. And I think to be champions, you got to have both.
Boy, a gutsy effort by them, though.
3 matchups, 3 second-half comebacks against Michigan this year.
They are so tough mentally. I mean, we always talk about their physical play, their rebounding, their aggressiveness, but mentally, they just have a way of reaching back and getting more.
It's going to be easy to say dreams can come true, because if you don't think that this is the biggest dream, the biggest goal of a small-town boy, making what I consider big, you're kidding yourself.
I have had some offers to go, and I look at it like I did the first time I turned a job down in the NBA, you know. There's something about football Saturdays. There's something about being involved with an incredible brand that is trying to make the world a better place. You know, Michigan State University is a global university, and we have a chance to touch people all over the globe. And being there on those Saturdays and walking the campus, going for a jog, seeing all the students, I think it not only keeps you younger, but I think it educates you more on just because people change the length of their hair, just because they change the way they say something. The constant has been, you got to be organized, you got to be disciplined, you got to have some character, and that hasn't changed over the years, and I think it keeps me close to that. The most rewarding part of this job is getting to watch people do what I got to do. When I was in college, my buddy Mariucci and I used to sit there at night and dream of being at places like this or being in the NBA or NFL like he ended up, and we talked about it, we dreamed about it, and very, very, very few people get to live their dream. My chances of being at Michigan State from Iron Mountain, Michigan were 1,000,000 to 1. Players' chances of going from, you know, a nobody to an NBA player, NFL player are 1,000,000 to 1. And we don't realize that. We think it's a rite of passage. You play at a school like this, you're automatically in the NBA. It doesn't work that way. So when I get the chance to see a player do something that nobody thought he could do, some players it's get to the NBA. Some players I've had, they were the first ones in the family to graduate from college. I've never missed a graduation since I've been here for all my players, because it is one of the more exhilarating things you get to do.
I want to take one together. Give me one at a time. I want to take one together.
With the 4th pick in the 2018 NBA Draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Jaren Jackson Jr. from Michigan State University. Miles Bridges, Denzel Valentine.
Players that get drafted in the first round, I try to make it to every draft night in New York. Partly for them, partly so I can enjoy the journey. We don't enjoy the journey enough, and the journey is watching a guy come from a Jaren Jackson, you know, a 6'10", 220-pound guy to a 6'11", 245-pound guy in a year, and all the good things that happen for him. That, for me, is not only rewarding, it's exciting, and getting a chance to live your dream, I still think few people get to do.
Game over! Game over! The improbable run is probable. We're going to the Final Four.
Whatever you do, it's a memory for life.
My proudest moment, really, honestly, is watching guys fulfill their dreams.
Draymond Dramal Green.
Watching guys graduate that never have. The national championship was great. The plane on the aircraft carrier in front of the President of the United States was phenomenal. But I think watching people do things that nobody was betting on them able to do, now that's an accomplishment. For me, this has been an incredible journey. I think if I had to do something over, I'd try to enjoy the journey more, but I realize there's a process. I think right now kids think they want to skip different parts of the process. They want to go from here to here, and the process is the journey. And you know, I hope I can find time in 2000, the last day of that team, that championship team, the last Big Ten game was here. And my assistants asked me what I hope for the game. I said, I just hope we're up enough at the end that I can take everybody out and sit on the bench for 2 minutes and enjoy what they've accomplished and what we built here in these 5 years. We got a chance, we were 50 up, we got a chance to do that. And that was probably one of the more memorable days I've had, because I actually, during the game, got to take 2 minutes, told my assistant, Mike Garland, you're coaching the team. I'm going down with the fellas and enjoy some time. Priceless. As Magic Johnson said to my team after we won the national championship in the locker room, he said, this won't mean as much to you tonight as it will 5 years from now, and 10 years from now, and 20 years from now. And I've always remembered that about everything. I'm sure when a player sees me at graduation, they go, oh God, I gotta go get a picture with Coach. Thought I was done with him. But I think 5 years from now, it'll be wow. And then 20 years from now, when maybe he's dealing with his own kids, and 30 years from now, when he comes back to reunions, I think they'll see it as time goes on. And that's really the bottom line, you know. I don't expect anybody to understand everything now, because I sure didn't. But I think as time goes on, you appreciate people that spend time with you, people that helped you. When people tell me I've been here 25 years, I tell them they're on the dial-a-clue. That can't be, you know. It just doesn't seem like it's possible. I've been here 37 years as a GA on up, but the 25 years as a head coach, as we all know in sports, we're kind of hired to be fired, and that doesn't happen very often. So I feel blessed by the board, by the presidents, by the fans, by the media that have helped me keep this job. But I also think it is an incredible accomplishment to try to keep something at a very high level. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the guys that went on. As I said, everything's not perfect in the world. And sometimes we think that an athlete or a coach should be perfect. You know, we bleed, we cry, we make mistakes, and hopefully we try to minimize those. And when you do that, I think I get the chance to help make the world a better place. But I think there's a lot to be accomplished yet. As a guy told me a long time ago after we won the first one, we did win one. John Wooden won 10. A lot of work yet to do. If we've done it trying our hardest to make everybody proud of what we've done, then I think I've got a hell of a legacy. And the wins, the championships, they're all part of it. But I'd rather people know me as a good guy who didn't let fame or money change him, and cares about people, and not afraid to get mad, and not afraid to cry.
We are just about ready for our tip-off between Michigan State and Notre Dame. This tonight is a fascinating top 25 matchup.
But the last time Michigan State beat Notre Dame was 15 years ago.
Plowden, 4 triples. That's all the Michigan State offense early.
It's the first 2-point basket of the game for Michigan State, who hit 5 threes before that bucket.
Into the front court, had it tipped for a moment by McCutcheon. Now bounce pass underneath, and it's laid in by Peoples.
Michigan State, they're not getting back and getting matched up, so if you're going to overplay one pass away, you better make sure you have help at the rim. That's a tough three. Another great offensive rebound on the backside. McCutcheon got it. And now Clouden gets the block. But look at the play by Clouden, and not only blocks it, she keeps it into play.
Michigan State trying to score a big program, season-building road victory. Mardrika Cook on the drive, to the left block, lays it home. Michigan State up by 7. 7:25 to go in the fourth quarter. Now Brunel on the drive, puts up the shot off the glass and in. 5 to shoot, Walker bent over the bounce. 3 to shoot, Walker to her left, then to Brunel, catch and shoot 3. Got it as the buzzer expired.
3 for Brunel and some excitement from the Irish bench.
Notre Dame trying to avoid back-to-back home losses at that for the first time in over a decade.
1:04 remaining tonight. 10 seconds to shoot. Clouden near the center logo. 5 seconds to shoot. Clouden to her left, on the drive, gets inside, spins, banks it, good! 28 for Nia Clouden, a new career high. 3 seconds left, Peoples working on Joyner, has been great defensively, draws a double, off-balance shot, rims in. 15 seconds left, Peoples on the left wing, on the drive against Joyner, kicks out, Brunel, her 3 is good. It's a 1-point game. This is crucial. McCutcheon's free throw is good. She's got a dozen tonight. Here we go, no timeouts. 8 seconds left. Nizak up to the half-court line. Needs a 3 to tie. 5 seconds left. Hand off to Brunel, her 3. Off the back iron, tipped. Spartans have the rebound, and there's the buzzer! MSU wins. They take down Notre Dame on the road. Their first win against Notre Dame since 2004. They snapped the all-time losing streak at 7 games, and Michigan State knocks down Notre Dame with a 72-69 win behind a career-high 28 points by Nia Clouden.
You guys know we're a good team. Let's make sure at the end of this first period they can know that we're a good team. We're ready to go right from the get-go. Kodo, let's get your line. Got Roz and Denny on the back side. We got the bail bonds. Focus, focus. From the drop of the puck, we're up, we're ready, stick together, first 5, take care of business. Yeah.
Passed to Joff, off a few skates, rebound, Van Wise scores! 2-0 Michigan.
This is what Michigan wanted to do, make Michigan State open up a little bit, get the lead. The Spartans trying to respond here. Stevens' shot doesn't get through. Ghaffari scores! Boutros Ghaffari squeezes it in from the blue line, and Michigan State opens up their scoring. Summers to his left. Beecher scores! Johnny Beecher and the Wolverines lead by 2 again. A lot of chances for Kodorenko this evening. You'd have to think that's going to have to change if Michigan State is going to get back into this one. Mitchell Lewandowski shoots high and wide on the rebound. Jammed in. There's Patrick Kodorenko. Final minute of the period, and he brings Michigan State back to within 1.
We got plenty more here, Plenty more in the tank. Great job coming back twice. Hey, we're down 1 at the end of the first. We're down 1 right now. All right, let's not run out of time here. Okay, take care of this first 5. You guys know what you're doing. Keep pumping, keep pumping, keep pumping. All right, you guys got it. Let's finish this. Come on.
Off we go here in the final period of regulation. Kodorenko off the turnover, in, man the save. Kodorenko buries it on the rebound. His 6th goal of the season, and the Spartans have tied it. And it's quieted down the old barn known as Yost. Nodler centers a score! Logan Lambden. It's a power play goal, and Michigan State has their first lead of the night. Michigan State pulls off the road upset tonight, a come from behind 4-3 victory.
Play for each other. Play for each other. We're in a society that's very siloed. Don't be siloed. You play for him, you play for him, you play for him. you play for him. Everybody plays for somebody on this team.
Here in Newark, New Jersey, we're ready for a battle of two top 20 teams. Michigan State beat Seton Hall 68-64 in 2001. That was their last meeting. Top of the arc. Wow. Goes down.
We can do that.
Powell, quick release. Boom. Lawyer to the cup, off the glass, no, straight in.
You're going to see more of him backing up, playing with some confidence, growing.
Lawyer right in his hip pocket.
He knows he can elevate.
Powell curling down the lane, hangs in the air, banks it down, and the foul. Malik Hall is checked in for Michigan State, number 25. Hall at 3.
How about that?
Splits the D to the cup. Hall with the finish. Powell off balance, 3.
How did he get that? He wasn't even turned around.
The largest lead of the game for Seton Hall now. 10 points for Malik Hall off the bench. And again! 1-point game. Winston open. Oh. Just needs a crease. Lets it go. And it's again. Woo! One trip makes. Rocket walks the other way. To Winston for 3. Big slide down. Cash. Winston. Tillman. Nice up and in. Somehow he got it over the outstretched arms. 10 seconds. Powell. He's going to take it himself. Drives.
Lost the ball.
Michigan State with a big road win.
Magnificent effort. What a ball game at this time of year.